Testing. Cool beans. Thank you for the hearts. I see it coming up. So today we're testing dual streams. We're streaming on Twitch as well as this YouTube thing that I've never heard of. So we'll see if the network is gonna be bad, because as is we have been crashing. We've been getting issues. So hopefully we don't crash. Hopefully we can do dual streams, because some people prefer on Twitch. And I should have both chats up and ready. Let me test it actually. How do I use Twitch again? Test. Is it coming up? Okay, yeah, it's up there. Okay. This live event will begin. Is it bugging out? Can you hear me? Very nice bug. I don't know if there's anything I can fix on my side. Let me just check if I can see the stream real quick. How do I even get to my stream? It's so difficult to get to my stream. Okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. Yes, thank you. Oh. Control. Alright, maybe it's a platform thing. Maybe it's a mobile thing. Hopefully it resolves itself. In the meantime, I'm just gonna continue here. I'm just going through more faces again. I'll talk about it now, but I probably have to repeat it later. But I went through a lot of brainstorming over the weekends. A lot of text being written up. Because right now it's the character development phase, so... yes, the audio is fine when I pull my phone onto my ears. I see, okay. Also, I have no way of reading Twitch chat because I don't have enough windows. But as it stands, I think should be fine. I'll just check it once in a while by looking at OBS, I think. And anyways, yeah, so I went through a lot of brainstorming. Right now it's character development. I'm just trying to figure out the numbers. Sorry, the character's personality and all the different chapters. And chapter 3 here has the most amount of text because it's the most relevant. This is where we are going to spend a lot of our time here, at least in the next few years, I imagine. Probably, I don't know. And then, yeah, but anyways, so today I'm just gonna go through more facial expressions. The good old facial expression chart. There's 100 of them here. Even if I take 5 minutes each, it's gonna take like 10 hours. So I'll probably not be able to do everything. And I realized something is that if I don't understand the emotion, I cannot draw it, because you can always draw the same shapes and stuff, but there is no point. It's gonna be too out of character. So I'm just gonna pick and choose some stuff that's interesting. And that is basically that for now. I'm just making a chart here. Actually, let me just read it on top. So I need to repeat. Yeah, like the amount of differences between like chapter 1 and chapter 3 would be very minor. Because the personality shift is going to be, well, minor, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what chapter 1 is like, honestly. I only know chapter 3. So as long as we align chapter 3 accordingly, it should be fine. I see. Hopefully the subtitles work does a decent job today, Igami. Then you don't have to necessarily bring it up to your ear. Hopefully. So this is not available. Yes, of course. Thank you for dropping by. I'm just gonna be here, as usual. Twitch looks fine. Everything looks fine. Okay. So far, so good. We are not dropping any frames according to OBS, so it should be fine. Alright, continue. E1. This is kind of high. The face is kind of high. Like marijuana high. Let me see. Probably not to that extent. Just keep it a little bit more contained. Let's see here. What is this key? Zoned out. Zoned out is not quite the same vibe here. Let me think. Zoned out. This would not be zoned out. I don't think I have this sequence. So anything that doesn't really make sense to me, I cannot draw. I don't think this makes sense to me. I'm gonna nuke this. Okay. I think F1 at least makes sense. Actually, let me update the title a little bit. Cool. Did I shower today? Boy, did I. Because of my weird time schedule, I'm ending up showering twice a day now. I'm showering and brushing twice a day, at 12-hour intervals. Very methodical nowadays. Hopefully that's enough showering for you. Too much. Ah, I see. The other way around now. Big eyes, huh? I don't know if this was on the first one. Hello, hello, welcome. And this is hard to do on stream. Trying to keep the expression in check, trying to keep the character's proportion in check, the likeness, and then trying to have the conversation as to whether if this makes sense for the personality, and then the possible scenario where this might happen, this expression might happen. Everything has to go on simultaneously. I'll most likely be neglecting Twitch chat if anyone's even there. I think at least one person is there. I have to apologize in advance. You're operating at the limits. What is doable here? I've just set, yes, correct. We should probably allow this. Yes, Brad, except I don't know if I can call mine a challenge because I'm not restricting myself to that row that Walnut specified for the challenge that we have. I'm more just going through this entire list, trying to understand what the emotion of the faces are, and then trying to bring it over to the character. And then it needs to fit the... I realize that if you're just looking at the facial expression and just using the shapes, it's going to be very out of character. It's going to be very different from your own style. So I have to understand the emotion first, and I can't understand a lot of these because they're very exaggerated. And I'm just picking and choosing. So it's a little bit less of a challenge in that sense. Get more freedoms. don't think it would change too much. I think the sequence here... Actually, I don't have to fix the face, so... Let me see here. Hello, Silver. Welcome. Let me see. Oh yeah, let's just do this. Too busy with drawing. I think that's great. That's great. If you're already drawing. Yeah, notifications. I don't know how long it takes on YouTube side. We now have YouTube notification in the Discord as well as the Twitch one. So it's separated into two different ones. And I'm testing to see if Twitch, streaming to Twitch as well is going to give me problems. 안녕하세요. Oh, we got a viewer on Twitch. Let me say hello. Oh, 3 viewers on Twitch. But does that count myself? Because I'm also on there, but... Okay, hopefully we don't get issues with the... I feel very bad because I cannot look at Twitch chat. I don't have enough screen. I need a bigger screen. I don't know what the situation this would be, but just general annoyance, I think that's fine. Oh wait, I don't have to write that anymore. This is floating. I don't have it float. Getting cross-eyed. Anyway, just for the people coming in, I'm just going through a bunch of different expressions, but it's gonna be split across the character. So the character has 3 different sets of personality across the 3 different chapters. So that's why there's a chapter 1, 2, 3 on the top. I am doing fine today, Silver. Hope you're doing well as well. Hello, Lord Server. Almost called you Silver. Did I see another person by the name of Lord in the server? Is that the same person? Alright, I have streamer mode on. I cannot see the name. Must be his cousin. Yes, my lord. Oh, actually, speaking of lord, that reminds me, like, in Scotland, I think by the laws of Scotland or something, I can't quite remember. If you own a piece of land, you're officially like a lord or something. Like, legally a lord or something. I can't remember. Is it a lord or the... Probably not a duke, right? A duke's pretty high up there. Can't remember. But then you can actually pay this company, and they will register a very small piece of land to your name. So you're legally lord in Scotland. Or something like that. I remember there's this service. It's like $50 a piece. Might be a scam, but had a headache off of yesterday, feeling better. Wait, how often do you have those migraines, Silver? Is it almost every day? I don't know if there's a sequence change here. I need to get the notes out, right? EXP1. Almost every day, I see. I'm sure I'm just gonna have one here. Dump these guys in. I see. It's quite the season this year. I'm gonna do a keynote right here. So it would be the... I should write it here. Might be off. Okay, that's fine. Hello? What? Skipping a little bit. I'm not getting excitement. I'm just getting... You can bring it more. Yeah, my co-workers are getting pretty bad allergies right now because of all the pollen. I don't have it, I don't feel it, so I'm not 100% sure if it's like especially strong. I think this is out of character too, as of right now. This is probably OOC as well. Alright, I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, I mentioned before, like, this project that I'm doing is it's kind of annoying because I don't get to decide on a lot of things. I just have to discover it. I have to find what feels right. So a lot of these things are going to be drawn, they're going to be left, and I'm just going to look at them every other week. And the ones that look good will just eventually filter out. And then the ones that don't look good, I will also see what's wrong with it, and then I'll fix it over time. It's going to be a very long journey here, but the accuracy is more important. I'm going to take my time. So what is this face? What is G1 here? G1 is like, huh? Kind of face. I've seen like Poland in Japan or something, like where it's like literally like a disgusting amount. That's like a thick layer of pollen just on a car. I think I vaguely remember the scene from a few years back. Like a thinking scene? I guess this is like a thinking thing. So G1 is like thinking. Oops. C1 would probably be more conservative, I think. Would be a little bit more... let's see. It will be turned with... I'm gonna go through the different angles here and see what works. It wouldn't be a fixed face though. D2 is not available, or not applicable. Also come to find there's a volcano bird. But that is playing with fire, oh my god. There's not a lot of things to eat near volcanoes either, so that is quite the move. Basically Phoenix. Phoenixes? I don't have a front alignment. Okay, that's fine. It's kind of cool and also feels kind of irresponsible. It's like they just like yeet, and then it's not my problem. Not my problem anymore. So I guess they have to come back to feed them, right? When they're hatched. Getting a lot of warnings everywhere. Control is still off. Okay. The parents do not come back. Wow. They already pooped them out and just left. A whole new meaning of treated like shit. Very good. Yeah, this is off key. Not what we want here. Let me reset this. Actually, let me draw it front on first. Trying to draw front facing without using rulers, but it's a mess. Very easy to mess it up. Feel very bad at this. My center line is not even centered, is it? Facing problem? Okay. 어려워지가 않네. Also a different key. In thought, huh? I think it just goes back to neutral state, doesn't it? E1 is too extreme. Yeah, this would just be neutral, I think. Yes, I understand. I'm just kind of mumbling. It's a lot harder to do this because I'm not just trying to use the expression as is. I need to make sure it works for the character, and I don't understand the character as well as I need to. That's kind of what the stream is for, but that's why it's kind of hard. Anyways, yeah, thank you, Silver. Oh, hey, Walnut. Welcome. Yeah, no, Silver. I mean, I don't need help. I just need to do it because no one can really help me do it. It's like if you guys give prompts and stuff, like what happens in this situation and whatnot, that would just help me try to answer the question. But it's not like it will necessarily help me answer the questions any better. And I don't have a lack of questions at the moment. I kind of have a lot of questions to answer. So yeah. Anyways, Walnut, welcome. I'm just kind of going through the expression sheet again. I realized the last time the mistake was that I was trying to use the faces a little bit too directly. I needed to understand the emotion, then express it with the character. Like the last time it was really just looking at the shapes and I'm trying to copy the shapes and it doesn't make any sense. It's going to be out of character. It's going to be kind of impossible as well because the cartoon sort of stylization makes it a little bit more exaggerated than, well, you might typically see in anime, at least in most anime styles. It's not as exaggerated like to this extent. Yeah, it's kind of going back to how to use reference again. I'm slowly getting better at turning off that part of my brain that's constantly pulling it towards the reference 100% directly. So I need to learn. I'm trying to find that switch. So I will look at the expression. Then if I try to draw it as is, I'm gonna be pulled towards that shape. So I cannot. I have to come back, take a step back, and say, what is this expression? And then you know, then turn off the then I'm gonna ignore the shapes in the reference directly. I'm gonna pretend I haven't never seen it, try to draw it, and then when I'm stuck, I take a look again to see if there's any shapes I can borrow. And then that is the workflow right now. And I hope it's kind of working better, at least not getting put towards it too much. Yeah, I did a lot of brainstorming over the weekend about the character, about the personality changes that's gonna go through. And this document for just for my project is getting bigger and bigger, and there's a lot more text here. So I have the character development stuff written out, primarily in terms of personality. I didn't really intend to do this, but Fractals in the server was asking about emotes for Discord. And I thought they were requesting that I draw some, but turns out they're requesting to draw some for me. And that would be nice. But at the moment, I have to lock down the character's personality myself first. Otherwise, it's not gonna be good. No, Silver, this is not on Google Docs. This is local. I don't think I'll be sharing this one. I know I'm still showing on stream like this, but custom emotes a thing. Yes, it is. It is mostly for membership, if I remember correctly. If you have membership things turned on, you can have special custom emotes for members. I think it's pretty limited in terms of number of slots, I think. Not like Discord, it's like 50 or 100 at a time. Sorry, Silver, spell what out? I meant local as in like locally on my computer. I don't mean like there's a software called local. Yeah. Apologies, but I don't intend to share this document here. The art stuff I don't mind, like the art images and stuff, but the world building and stuff, I'm gonna keep it under wraps because personal is one thing. I mean, I am still showing it on screen and talking about it on screen. I think that's fine too. I just don't really want to see it potentially going around. Yeah, that's fine, Silver. I'm also just answering in case anyone else is wondering. This would just be neutral state, actually. This wouldn't even be anything too special. This is still messing up. Sure, Silver. If you wanna give them a shout out. I don't think this would be any different. 1 and 2, 1 and 3 is the same thing in this regard. Yeah, I don't know 1 well enough. This is gonna be probably the same, but I'm gonna keep it empty. Actually, none of the previous ones are checking out. You know what? This is not detailed enough. I don't need the legend. Actually, let's just go with this. Actually, nah, it's fine. Very hard to do this. Anyways, let's move on here. H1. What is this? I don't know if I just like I don't know why some of these emotions, these faces is so hard for me to put in words. Is that disgust? That's kind of shock and disgust. Actually, regardless if it is shock and disgust, like up to now as well, like I'm not necessarily following the thing. That's why I'm writing here as well, like what exactly that is I feel. So that's not tied to the sheet, but let me grab these here. Yeah, the interesting thing about this sheet here is that we're not actually going through we're not actually just trying to stylize this, because I'm just trying to build character. Like in this case, for example, I'm not actually going to draw the shock and disgust face. I'm just going to transit over to the actual emotion that she's going to display, which I think in the last chapter would just be what was the word? Sadness and disappointment. Because if you see something shocking or disgusting, that is, you know, to the character is basically like, oh, you know, it's kind of sad. Bad things has happened. something has happened that lead them to be in that certain state. We're not doing biological disgust. Actually, where is the document that I wrote? I did account for this. Yeah, we tend to lack of expression. I think. Oh. Also, I need to check on Twitch. Am I Vito's brother? I don't know. Am I? How long ago is that message? I don't have time to look at Twitch because I don't have enough screens to have everything up at the same time. Oh, Twitch doesn't have timestamps. So I actually don't actually know how long I've missed that message. But at least Thor Silver is here as well. Discuss. Shock and discuss. Shock and discuss. What kind of scenario would this be, though? Oh, hello, Curio. Welcome. Yeah, Lost Silver, there is a plugin to combine chats. I've seen it. It's just that I'm trying to reduce the number of stuff that I have to log into because the plugin that I found at least require me to log into this random ass website. And I'm sure a lot of people are using it, but as much as possible, I'm trying to reduce the number of stuff I log in. The bots that I have added to the server as well, I don't really like that. It's just more vectors for people to attack. Shock and disgust. I'm trying to process this. It's very hard to process this because I need to think of a scenario that would be shocking. Oh, actually, in C1, then this is possible. Let's drop this to just shock. So it's a little bit easier to control. Yeah, sorry, Silver. This isn't about just how to draw it. This is more about like what the character would respond, how the character would respond. So it's not really just the problem of where to put the eyebrows and whatnot. I just don't know how she should respond. Thank you for the guides, though. Rise up, gamers! Rise up! Wait, hang on, Ibukize, what kind of games do you play? If you're starting with Gamers Rise Up every time, do you play a lot of games? Good amount of games. Smash out a lot of fighting games. Third week. Oh, thank you, Walnut. I'm okay if you even if you don't set it up. I think it's because I see people are still working on some of the earlier weeks anyways. So maybe not having it weekly is also fine. I'm likely going to be hands off until like I can get some stuff stabilized here, which will involve getting through the backgrounds first as well. So it's going to be a while before I get involved actively. A lot of Nintendo games. Because I always feel like I'm switching a lot of topics back and forth, but for games, it's like the anime situation where I watch some but not enough. So when people talk about all the latest and hottest games, I have no context, I have no idea, and I have no interest. I cannot join in those. Same for anime. Getting disconnected. Yeah, this doesn't work. Jingo Studio, that's another artist that Silver is recommending. Good amount of PC games. I see Ibukize. Seems like you do play a lot of games. I don't play enough to talk about games, man. I only play TF2, Deep Rock Galactic, and recently just Repo, and that's about it, I think. Elden Ring, Apex, Hollow Knight. Wow, that's a lot of genres all at once. I need to control the space ring. Space controller. Oops. TF2. Yeah, my TF2 is very not TF2 because I spent 4,400 hours in the game. A good 3,000 is in rocket jumping and only rocket jumping. The other 1,000 or so is probably in dodgeball. So the base game, I'm not even good at the base game. I wouldn't even necessarily call myself soldier main because I just barely played the actual game. If I do play the actual game, I tend to play demo because you can just sticky jump. Well, you can sticky jump all the way from one side of the map to the other side of the map. And then I especially like going for engineers because they have buildings that's stationary, right? So if you queue up 3 pipes in mid-air and if all of them land, he has no time to react. So I got like a iron bomber set up because it doesn't roll, right? I got a strange part on it that counts building destroyed, and I've been farming that thing. I don't know if I don't know what the number is on it. Maybe I can go find out and report it, but... Wait, hang on, this I... don't have a sequence for this. Cannot imagine the character doing this. It's so hard. Eyes are too wide open? Wait, hang on. Shock is supposed to be like this, but disgust is also entered in, so I need to pull maybe one of them down. Like squinting? Soldier main doesn't got into the game since you need to play this game. Yes, you need to play rocket jumping. You need to throw yourself at the wall for like 2 hours straight, and then have someone change the map on you when you're on the last jump of the map. That is the average experience of rocket jumping. I spent so much time in rocket jumping. I used to be really high ranked. That was like 10 years ago. Or what? How long are we in? 1 hour. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, TF2 is a very special community. TF2. Just being in there and then people understand you without words. It is a very special feeling when both of you look at each other from different teams and you just have the same idea and you kind of just do stupid stuff together. Honestly, I can't even say like I know too much about TF2. There's so much fan-made content. I'm getting warnings. Why am I getting warnings? Proportion is not. I need to pull down, I think. Oh, I should pull up, might be easier. Oh, not up pull though. This would be this sequence. Indeed, indeed. I have Germa TF2 quotes stuck in my head. Some of the really stupid ones. I have stars singing like, "What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get?" with the crates in my head. The more I do this, the more I appreciate Joma just being like completely free and himself in front of the camera for so long. Just doing the craziest shit. Well, not necessarily crazy, just like the stupidest shit. Like Star said, he can just turn on the crazy and then he can just keep going. Oh wait, this is the one I want. Too big? Oh. Eye proportion, no, it's the face proportion. Yeah, okay, yeah, we need to cut this. Yeah, honestly, this angle, I don't have the perspective in mind too well. Oh, okay, good night, George. Hello, Dubey. Anyone over at Twitch? I see you're there. I need to follow this channel. Yeah, the Twitch channel that we're on is not my original Twitch. That's another one, but the other one is not exactly successful per se. So I'm just gonna use the same email for this one. I think it's easier to manage. And that one can serve as a backup in case anything happens. Don't know if I ever shared that one in the server. I don't think we ever needed to. Yeah, we're also on Twitch right now. That's why there's a second set of chat in there. Yes, thank you, Wana, for the weekly prompt push. For real. I don't know, anything that comes up weekly gets me like super tired just thinking about it. Thinking about like, oh, there's a lot more work left to do for my own project. It's like over a long term. But weekly, even though it's just one thing, the fact that it's something that you have to do every week, it's a lot more tiring. So, really appreciate it. Where's the link for Twitch? So, Duvet, if you are in the server, there's an announcement channel called Stream. Over there, there is actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. I'm too lazy to explain. I was too lazy to do the copy and paste. Then I was too lazy to explain. So I'm just gonna do the copy and paste. Whichever one is less effort. Oh wait, this is the wrong sequence. This is transition to sadness. I think we're just gonna put sadness here. Oh, affiliation? I don't know what affiliation does. You guys don't have to do anything special. The Twitch is probably just gonna be a thing that is there, but I'm not gonna be Oh look, but I get money. I mean, I can't for ads. That's interesting. That is interesting because I don't really want to put ads on my stream, primarily because I think it makes the viewing experience kind of annoying. And it's not like we are like super entertaining or anything that's really worth people bearing that annoyance just to watch us. So I prefer that to be no ads and people can have a more pleasant viewing experience. But if it's on Twitch, you know, I could have one Twitch site which is ads. Actually no, that's not very good because someone wanted to only watch on Twitch. So never mind, I think it's not important then. Because if everyone's the same, watching Twitch, watching YouTube, then I can have one side that has ads, one side that doesn't. But let's just not have ads. Oh. Then what is this face? It's like tired, right? Okay, we can do tired. T2 would just be sleeping. So tiredness is a transition between your normal state and just basically falling asleep. In C2, she's gonna have basically no emotions, so she's just gonna transit directly to sleeping. So we don't need to have any tired face per se. Big thing is that people can sub to you and they can get special perks. Yeah, like Ibukize, that sounds very good. It's just that all of those sort of fall under the community building sort of area, which I think should be taken a little bit more seriously if I want to do it. So yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, Twitch would just be there for now. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I think now that most people are here anyways, I'm just gonna briefly go over what the difference of 1, 2, 3 is. Because I think you guys watching as is, I think that's fine too. Maybe just a little bit more context. People generally be more chatty on Twitch. Yeah. Twitch, yeah, Twitch definitely feels like it's more interactive, I think. Also, like Western viewers tend to be more active on Twitch. I mean, more just be on Twitch than on YouTube, I think. But anyways, like chatting is great. Chatting is great, actually. You know, actually that makes sense. I was gonna say that chatting actually makes it a little bit harder to draw. But if I'm gonna be streaming anyways, then chatting should be the main thing. Well, it should be part of the main thing anyways. Otherwise, I could just do it off stream. But anyways, so So character goes through three different types of phases here. The first one is basically a very Arknight style world. So in chapter 1, she's gonna be alone, she's gonna be spending a lot of time just surviving. So the general mood of the character would be a lot more serious. There wouldn't be any room for happiness and joyful emotions. There wouldn't be a lot of room for taking things like jokingly. So things are gonna be a lot heavier. Generally frowning. Actually, this doesn't really make sense. Actually, this still kind of makes sense. There's a little bit of a frown in here. C2, she just lost all emotions. And we are going for the full depth of personality. So she's going to be absolutely not reacting to any form of stimulus, including anything that might be potentially life-threatening. But she is capable of taking orders from one person. So that one person is out there looking out for her and telling her to not get herself killed. So we can still... she is still self-sufficient, quote-unquote, in the sense that she is following the order, but she does not react to anything. Which is why in the middle here, we basically have no emotions here. Because she's gonna keep that one normal state, one normal expression, that's it. The only thing that might be different is that if she's interested in something, like amazement here, or curiosity, she's just gonna be staring at the thing a little bit longer. But same expression, nothing changed. And then C3 is a lot longer here, because C3 we get full play, we get all range of emotions, except some of the more negative ones are getting a little bit more mapped to neutral states or sad states, because after going through everything and she's basically returned, seeing very bad stuff to her is now just seeing very sad stuff, so she would just perceive it as sadness. That's why we have the three different states here. And that's just roughly how, what the difference between the three states are here. So if she's tired in C1, she's gonna be very on edge. Because it's gonna be vulnerable, it's gonna be... Actually, how do you even do this? She needs to be tired, but she needs to be on edge. That's kind of like two separate parts of the same thing. Where do I draw the... Oh my god, I see people chatting on Twitch. What are you guys talking about? What is this? First time chat. Oh my god. First time chat. First time chat. First time chat. First time chat. We have special emo? Oh, like emotes? Good bot and game potential on Twitch. I see. Anyway, thank you guys for opening both streams here. Nah, Silver, they're not saying first time chatting. It's the Twitch itself is marking as first time chat. They're saying what you see on screen. But the screen thing doesn't reflect that first time chatting window, that box that is encompassing the message. You guys are so much more enthusiastic at selling the channel than I am. Oh wait, actually let's pull it down. Where is that sequence? It's up here. Okay. Let me reset this. Man, you are so excited. This way we might just be switching between emotions and poses, ideally the poses could tell some story too, but I also have no idea. So at the moment it really is just exploration. Trying as much as we can in this 1 month. Oof. There's station t-shirt. Okay, I like 2 people. Trying to get them to look really tired, but other than just drawing ibex, let me see. What else can we do? Control the eyes a lot. No, not Twitch. Oh, I see what you mean, Ibukize. Yeah, you can go crazy on Twitch. Oh, let me wait. Is that a way? I should probably turn off filters for Twitch if there's a way to turn off filters for Twitch. Oh my god, it's going crazy. I have to figure out how to use Twitch again. Not that I know how to use it. I know you can do /me, right? To type a message that looks like a... It doesn't work? Oh, it doesn't work the way it used to, I think. Music end. Okay. I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. Yeah. I should mod someone say the actual boss of repeat. Oh, the ones that ask for. Well, I mean, if you guys want to be mods. Oh, we can let those people go wild and see what happens. It's like a zoo over there. We can just observe from over here. And who are those people over on Twitch? Stream angles is not very good for showing expressions. Yeah, there'll be a difference. Oh, perhaps. You're just talking to yourself in both. Yeah. I'm glad at least one person's having fun. Might have been having too much fun. Really work. Oh wait, I got to remove that. Getting perched. I mean, these are very hard. There's a lot of things to rack the brain about. I don't think Walnut was like necessarily pointing you out, Ibukize, when he was saying, you know, dual identity shenanigans. You might have pointed yourself out there. You are having a blast. Damn. Should have done this earlier, huh? Good night, Silver. You can feel free to do the same here. Nay. I mean, I do play TF2. The chaos is kind of what I play the game for. Hello, Noman. Need to be careful with this. Spaceがありすぎ. Wait. YouTube doesn't have enough unhinged emotes. Those some still disturb me. I got my like what's this, like a manager of sorts. Honestly, like every one of you guys, just feel free to say whatever you want to say. I don't really care. I'm sure, as long as it's not offending anyone, I'm okay with it. Like the chaos is meant to be embraced by any good TF2 game. It's part of the game. I'm gonna regret this, but you know, let's go ham. What are the chances that I'm gonna regret this? Pretty high, I'd say. But I'm not regretting it yet, so. So when did I start shading the eyes? What? Got distracted. This mouth doesn't work. This should do. I can make it rare. And I think YouTube vault forever. You only set for a week for non-affiliated, almost like a month for affiliated. Did I get affiliation on the other one? I don't think so. The other account like stayed at 69 followers for the longest time, which I thought was the coolest thing. What are you guys doing, man? Man, it's only been an hour and a half. I feel like I've been at this like for 3 hours just because of the amount of brain activity required. And I'm better rested today too, or rather yesterday, than usual. Oh man, the eyes. Okay, so J1 is like, okay, I don't know what this word is, but I know what emotion is trying to. Do I know what emotion is trying to portray if I don't know what the word is? That's like a my bad kind of face. Apologetic, yes, apologetic. Is this fully apologetic though? Damn, the difference, man. The difference between Twitch and... we got almost just as many people on that side as this side. Can C1 even be apologetic? Is that possible? Oh, it is. I think that, how do I say this, Ibukize? Like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm not actually looking at Twitch. So when people come and go, I'm kind of not aware. So if unhinged people come, which I do want to see, I'm probably not going to be aware that they're there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, YouTube doesn't have rates like Twitch. YouTube, it's not really a streaming platform, I guess. Having a mod would be fine. I have to just figure it out, like exactly what the mod range of responsibilities, as well the setup and stuff like that. I just want to take a look at it before I jump into it. And then the other thing is, even if like bots come and start advertising shit, is that bad of a thing? I think it's kind of interesting. It kind of adds to the chaos. But they're probably not going to be advertising very good stuff, I guess. Wasn't there like a setting where you can set like a slow chat is only for subscribers? It's not necessarily for the amount of time you spend on the stream. Let's see. The time I spent on Twitch is like 100 something, 200 hours, and then the only crazy people that came were a few bots. There were a few bots, and then there was one person who came and pretended that he donated $200, and then I bought into it because I didn't realize that it was fake. And then I was very confused because it's like I wasn't doing anything special. I was just doing a study, and I was kind of confused. Like, what do you want? And then they didn't say anything. They just kind of left. I'm like, huh? I guess that's not the reaction that they're looking for. I don't know what kind of reaction they were looking for, but that was interesting. That was it. But I didn't get a lot of people coming in. I'm very confused. Like, I want to know what they were expecting me to do. I guess react like really overwhelmingly. Ibuki, do you want to be a mod? Is that why you bring it up so many times? We get the mod set up soon enough. There's also a chance that I might just leave it modless just for the beginning, because I kind of want to see the chaos that comes. I do like it. I want to see it first. It'd be kind of unfortunate if it just disappears. Show it to me. Oh yeah, I used to have a mod. Well, I used to have 2 mods. They were games I met in MapleStory, kind of fitting that we were playing MapleStory music. And one of them was a VTuber. They had like consistently 20, 25 viewers on Twitch every time they streamed. We were in the same guild, and the moderator would be the guild master himself. I guess it's pretty free. So they will moderate his channel, and then the streamer himself will come moderate my channel for some reason. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Yeah, if a mod would need to understand Twitch's culture per se, because the line that normal people draw would not be the same line that Twitch viewers draw. So ideally, someone who understands what is considered too much and what is considered just normal culture, normal shitposting culture. So I kind of want to see things happen first. I want to see how bad things can get. Given that it's not the only stream, I'm okay with it just tanking. If quality tanks, if it takes a hit, so be it. Just for the beginning. I got a bot on Twitch. Wait, do I have one now? Oh yeah, we got a bot on Twitch. Yes, first bot. Woohoo! Alright, I'm gonna pin them. I'm gonna pin them for 20 seconds. Pin them for 30 seconds. How do you press OK? Yeah, let's go. First spot. We're growing as a creator. We just need a couple of haters. A couple of crypto shields. What else do we need? Congrats on the first spot. Hooray. Yeah, I don't know how to use Twitch. I only got the most basic emotes. But cheap viewers on streamboo.com remove the space. I wonder what the ad is for. Very interesting. Bot milestone. I'm cheap already, you don't need those. Man. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of down with expressions. I'm gonna go crazy at this rate. I need to go back to drawing some. There's some figures that I drew over the weekend, but it's not very clean. Maybe I'll clean up some lines. Let's stop this real quick. Is it playing? It is. I like chill YouTube streams, but maybe I'm just biased. I kind of like the chill vibes. If I want to get things done, I think streaming makes it really hard. And then I'll also probably switch to more energetic music, but that's only if the process is settled. As long as we're working on this character, I think most of the time the stream will be very chill, because I need to reflect the vibe. of the character. Okay, I'll pin Duvet's comment here. Hug. Trying to learn Twitch. How do I use this? Wait, where did I see the message previously, actually? Oh, I see. There is a bar there. Ah. Okay, let me save this. This file is getting pretty heavy here. Anyways, we got some... Did I get some more? Where did I put it? I got some more poses. They're all a little bit more spicy, I think. More butts. Generally speaking, more butts. This part here is also not clear. I got a lot of other stuff that's just kind of tossed. I think it's interesting though, like this is kind of how I work as well. Like before I started streaming all those years ago. Just a lot of stuff thrown out. Oh, sorry, that's not meant to be copied. It's meant to be a cut. What else do I got here? Right. This kind of poses, I think... I don't know. This is not unusable. I guess I'm hesitating here because I'm not really sure what the poses part is supposed to really do. For the expression, it's very clear we're trying to build character, so it needs to be accurate. But over here, we don't actually have to. I think. Because poses are just going to be poses. Whether if she would do it by herself or not, does it matter so much? So far everything has been somewhat accurate though. We're not out of the... Anyways, just working on some of my thoughts out loud here. Good sketches is essential skill to set up those great illustrations, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna work on this one here, up here. I got the pose set up here. It's very big. I'm gonna make this smaller. Yes, I can. But I need this to be close to the camera. Oh. I need the overall thing to be smaller. How do I do that? Transform? I cannot transform. I'm just gonna take a screenshot here. It's too hard to work with. I think Clip Studio's 3D is decent, but you still do need the anatomy knowledge because the way that the muscles, like the body deforms is kind of weird sometimes. I don't think it's very accurate, and I think that makes sense because to be like anatomically accurate for all the muscle groups, that's going to be a lot of work on the creator's side, the modeler and the rigging side. And I see people do it for free. Sorry, not for free, but like for themselves on Twitter. Some of them might be selling those models, but I'm not sure if the, you know, our Clip Studio here itself is capable of handling it either. Yeah, the only thing this is really good for is just getting the overall vibe. And I think the bone structure maybe. Like you can see the bones. And then if you can put in the muscle groups yourself, that would be great, I think. That would be the better option. This goes front. Yes, all the best for the gestures and the exam. Thank you so much. Yes, of course. And your activities and inputs shall be captured. Of course. Okay, thank you. All the best, man. Anyways, the other thing I was gonna say is that I'm not really trying to follow the trying to be that anatomically correct. I'm trying to capture the vibe that I want with the other limbs and stuff. Oh my god, this angle right off the bat, huh? I have to get reconnected to the. Where's the neck? All right, wish you all the best. Yeah, like the same thing with the reference with the expressions as well. I'm trying to not actually follow the anatomy reference too. The more I do this, the more I feel like I shouldn't try to get it looking that anatomically accurate now. And in any case, at this point, I feel like as long as it looks kind of right to me, I don't think it'd be too anatomically wrong. Because if I think it's too weird, or if I'm not sure, I would know that I'm not sure, and I know that I should go look at something. But as long as it's within the bounds, I think we get to just be free. And if things look wrong, so be it. As long as it looks fine to me. This way we can get a little bit of a move on with actually getting things done. Not getting stuck here forever. It's one thick ass arm, I think. Is it too thick? Probably not. What people call stylization? Yes, I do suppose that would be what people call stylization. You are right, actually. That would be what it is. Yes. Quickly applying their own proportion. Huh. You know, it never occurred to me that that is what that is. I've always knew that that's what that is, like theoretically, definition-wise, but I just never thought that I'll see the day where I got to want to do this inherently by myself. It's kind of weird, honestly. All of a sudden. Oh wait, I can put this here. I'm getting envious of the very nice shapes that people have. We can get some from them, but like I want to come up with some of my own as well. And it? Yeah, doesn't really matter. Oh, I see. The proportions there is different. Interesting. Pretty far front. Huh? But the chin is also not as far out. As long as we get the idea across. So I'm just gonna ignore that. Yeah, this is the maximum that I can do in terms of construction. I'm still looking at the reference a lot. I am trying to not look at it. Oh. If I turn off my brain, I just start looking at it and start copying shapes. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. To look at my own and then try to figure out on this canvas here. Look at this one here. Right. It's so hard to appreciate like all the different things that's happening until you've tried it yourself. Because while stylization, there's proportion issues right now, like kind of jank thing. Something's kind of jank. Oh, hold up. But that would be how it is, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm more amazed at the fact that like how do I say this? Like when you learn art, there's so many things working against you. There's so many things that you don't like over time. Yeah, like when people say you have to build experience over time, like what exactly are you building up? It's like all the failures that you're building up, all the things that you try that you know that you don't like. It's like if the face looks weird compared to what you want, there are like so many different ways it can be weird. Each one gives you a slightly different feeling of off, quote unquote, like how it feels off. Over time, you identify the different individual sort of, oh, this feels off because of this part. That's the part that feels off. Like that, those kind of things are so hard to verbalize. Then technical part of even just putting lines where you want it to go. If you have an idea in your head that's not that clear because you're not so experienced, you try to draw it. The lines that come out don't look the way that you want it to. It doesn't hit this ideal that you have in your mind. It gives you a different vibe. Then that vibe sort of enters your brain and you perceive it and then interferes with the original one. Now you have an even less clear idea of what you want. And it's just a huge mess all of a sudden. And then you try to permute the lines. You try to make it closer, further, curve differently, that kind of stuff. Each time it gives you a different vibe. Each time it messes up the original sort of ideal, sort of inspiration. This is why, like, I don't really want to go and start doing my own stuff until I can have a decent amount of confidence, because I know that if I go in and I try and I mess it up repeatedly, it's gonna just make the idea so much harder to execute, because I would not have any idea of what it is that I wanted originally. I found like so the other day I was looking through my sci stuff, the really old drawings that I did, and I found a series where I was trying to draw out my dreams, and obviously it didn't work. That was a long time ago, but it's interesting that some of the vibes I still have an idea of what it is that I wanted to say. I just don't feel it anymore. So it still gives me some hope in the sense that art maybe just an illustration by itself is enough to capture emotions. There's so much of it that art cannot capture. But if it's for myself, if it's my own dreams that I'm trying to capture, then I think there's still a good chance that it can do what I want it to do. I always thought that it might be like a hopeless thing, because you can't put feelings on canvas. It's what I feel, because you will always miss something. It's not possible to have everything. Like, human experience is all as a mixed bag of all the different senses, and then art is just one of those senses. So it's gonna miss something. But I don't know. Anyways, either way, we're gonna try. That's a random rant, but this hand is giving me a problem. But it's okay. These are gonna suck. Can fix them some other time when we get a little bit more inspired for drawing hands. More bigger problem is the size. Oh, sorry. This pose was it's just a close-up shot of, say, her leaning on like a railing. So there will be 3-point perspective. There's one vanishing point off to the top here. That's where the butt and the railing supposed to align to. I just realized I'm not really aligning it properly. And then we have the front perspective, which I don't really know, like the horizontal one, which I don't know where it's going. Where is the horizontal one going? I guess we can just make it like parallel. Doesn't really matter. And then there's a third point that is going into the ground here. That's why we are sort of looking down. Where is it? So somewhere here, if we follow the legs, I think. And then the railing, I kind of want it to be somewhere here, so that would bring it here, I suppose. And then if we get the bottom of the railing somewhere here... No, wait, the foot would be here. That's fine. Let's bring it here. Kinda? Something like this? Why is it gotta be so hard? Oh, you can see it now. Yeah. I would have done something else, but I gave her like flyy hair. Wind in the hair in the wind. What? So I wanted to have a setting that makes sense. So being somewhere high, being somewhere by a railing or something. Wind in the hair in the wind. I guess it makes sense, yeah. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, something is off here. I think I need more stacking of it. I am not loving this. Man, art sucks, man. Because every improvement that you get, you really fight for it. You really have to grind at it. Why is this even a hobby, man? Kind of gave out my original sort of setup here for the anatomy. I'm just gonna copy as much as I can. But this is still better than copying right off the bat, I feel like. You still get to try once your own idea and then see it fail. And then the reason why the previous one failed is I thought the body was too long. But maybe that's also just because I'm staring at the reference. At the very least, the reference is a 3D model, so it should be more accurate in my own imagination. So I'll take it. Stylization will probably come after I draw this for like 10 more times. Shapes are not very good. Oh yeah, I saw a video today, a video essay about what's it called? Social surrogates? Where people fall in love with characters. And You know, like, for example, the guy who married Hatsune Miku and stuff like that. The video didn't really necessarily was trying to say that it's bad or it's good. It's just trying to present both sides of the story. And what I thought was interesting was because I'm kind of similar, except that I'm not in love in that sense, in a romantic sense with the character. I think for a lot of those people, they're in love with their one character. They imagine themselves having a life with their character. And for those people, a lot of them felt like it was a positive influence on their lives because they had other issues, right? Other issues at home, other issues at work, in life that pushed them to be a little bit more isolated than the rest. And they would have done something a lot worse to themselves or other people if it not for characters that they like keeping themselves in check, keeping themselves in line. And in that sense, it was very similar for me because I had a character that I want to draw, that I want to bring to life, and that kept me on goal. Like right now, without this goal, I would have probably just be gaming. So in that regard, I felt like, you know, that's kind of me. But at the same time, I'm not. Because a lot of those people would just commit. I mean, I'm committing as well. But I guess for some of them, they can't draw the line. And then that's where it got me thinking whether if I'm drawing my lines clearly. Humans are inherently social creatures that the can always comes by far. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, it was very thought-provoking for me. But the interesting is that even for that, I don't feel like there was a place that I belonged. In the sense, I didn't feel like I had 100% similarity or something like that. I'm not trying to get married with this character. I thought about it before, but this character is a lot more like a daughter, more than a waifu. Maybe we can have a waifu character down the line. Oh, wait, let me get this part too. Kinda works, I'm just not used to seeing... My anime heads are so big, man. Holy shit. Yeah, this... I'm not gonna change that part. Anyways, this is a very weird video. The similarities made me feel concerned. Because, you know, looking at it from a third person's point of view, those people would not be what I consider healthy. But I've always knew this about myself as well. And then at the same time, it's like, oh, you know, 100% there are people out there that are like me, I suppose. So comforting? Is it comforting? I'm not sure. Give it more vibes. I need to draw this with more vibes here. see. Because it depends on really like this. I'm just gonna go back to Fontaine. Whoever made the Fontaine like compilation is a god. So was the music, don't get me wrong, but like having a very consistent set of mood and vibes and equalized almost the same, right? Makes it a lot easier for us to play on stream. I don't have to fidget around with the volume control as much. Cool. Fontaine makes me wish I continue learning violin. That shit is loud, man. Violin is like right at your ear. And because of the way you hold it with your chin, you can't really wear like very powerful like ear muffs, like the one that goes over the ear. You can get like a couple of ear plugs. But ideally, you would have something a little bit more heavy duty, I feel like. I think it's so loud. Oh, strings are nice. Actually, that reminds me. I wanted to update this part when I was at work, and I forgot. But yeah, speaking of musical instruments, I'm actually crafting the character not just based on the character's personality, but I'm trying to build a profile for everything that I can perceive for the 5 senses. That will include music as well, right? Because it's auditory. So I'm trying to think of the music instruments that will be relevant. And this character definitely has electric guitar. Because the electric guitar gives me the most amount of sense of space. Like there are certain pieces where the electric guitar gets that reverb. It's a very solo melody that just, I think is very simple. It just climbs and falls. It doesn't necessarily have a lot of tempo or a lot of notes per se. It's a very simple sort of melody, but it has reverb on it. And the reverb gives it so much space. Like you can feel like you're standing in a really huge room. And it's great. So I wanted to add electric guitar here. Piano is just because piano is great. This right here is guitar, right? So we have guitar, we have harpsichord. Welcome back, Noman. Oh shit, this stupid thing, it keeps bringing me to the top. I don't know if you guys have heard harpsichords before. Harpsichords before. Those things are great. It's just a piano guitar. Violin. But this is basically strings, I think. We're not restricted to violin. Yeah, no, I'm just adding some music instruments to my character. Because I'm trying to build the character for illustrations that is meant to depict a certain vibe. So we're trying to tie down the vibe here. And part of the vibe would be, well, I mean, music inspires vibes, sets the mood very well, a lot better than art. So hopefully down the line we either make custom music or we commission custom music and then we go through. No, I don't think she will be. Oh, I mean, we could make her be able to play one instrument. And honestly, I think that would probably be... Actually, no, we don't have even to limit to one. Okay, we will need some time. I think we can give her 1 or 2 instruments. But I need to... how do I say this? There's still maybe the 5 instruments here down to maybe 2. Because she's not going to be the only character. Wait. Chapter 3, huh? But even if Chapter 3 is just the only character we'll be drawing, it doesn't mean that she's the only one that exists in the world. So I think to give every character a little bit more personality, we should probably only have her take 1 or 2 max, and then give it the other ones to someone else. Yeah, that's probably it. We distill this down. Anyways, this huge list of emotions thing. I got ChatGPT to generate me a list of human emotions, and I was going down the list, and this is like maybe like 20% of the list that it gave me. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of duplicates. She could be the vocalist. Oh, that is very, very interesting. I've never thought about that at all, because in my head she is dead silent. But my head's version of her is stuck as C2. Also, I don't know, like, if this C2, C3 thing is a good way to talk about chapter 1 to 3. Because chapter... I guess that still makes sense. I don't know. Sounds like we're talking about Genshin, but... vocal. Yeah, vocal is very interesting. Vocal gives us a lot of... play. But that means I have to tie down her voice. And that has been very hard. But I'm also trying to start. We know for a fact that she's gonna be mostly on the Ku Dede side. Hello, Golda. Double check. Yeah. Yes, this is the what I call a character personality alignment. Okay, it's just a bunch of nonsense words that I made up. But yes, I'm trying to tie down her personality. And she has 3 different sets of personality depending on which chapter of the story we want to that she is appearing in. And the lifelong project that I'm working on is mostly chapter 3. And chapter 3 is basically a depiction of a bunch of illustrations that is heavily based off of mood, right? It's about transferring of the emotion that I want to portray from the illustration to the person that's reading the illustration. So, anyways, that's the plan. And within chapter 3, actually within just chapter 3, let me think. Chapter 1 will be just basically my own world. Chapter 2 will basically be the own world as well. So only chapter 3 is valid in terms of the full access here. Which is there's going to be illustrations for memories, there's going to be illustrations for other IPs, and then there's going to be illustrations within the world that I want to build. And in order to draw these illustrations consistently, I'm trying to work on a consistent style, which is all the crazy amount of sketches. It's not that crazy, which is all the amount of sketches here, along with the expression sheet that we did earlier today, just these things. And that ties into C1, C2, C3, which is all the different chapters. And at the same time, I'm trying to build a profile for her, not just in terms of her reaction, her personality, but also in terms of the kind of music that would best fit this character. The kind of, well, eventually down the line, I imagine there will be a more artistic direction. It's not recorded here because it's recorded elsewhere over here. We want to carry a consistent vibe for this character. That's what I'm trying to build towards. Within this month, at least. When this month is over, I probably have to go back to doing some more grindy stuff. This is still kind of grindy, but less relevant grindy stuff. Yeah, what else is there to say? I think that's kind of it. Emotinos. Let me fix this spelling mistake. I love writing documents like this. It's just that I've written so many documents like this. You guys we'll probably never get to see because I lost a lot of them. Thousands and thousands of words. It's just the same thing over and over, but every time I write it, it's slightly different. And hopefully this time we keep this, and then I'll just work off of this. But honestly, once you have like a huge document like this, it's really hard to maintain, because some things that make sense at that point in time changes over time. And it's not like I'm just gonna sit down every once in a while to read like thousands of words to fix it. So I don't know. There were a lot of story building stuff that I did before on the Google Doc. It was about the world setting, the power system, the magic system, the various characters that's gonna be in there, the various characters' powers. Why am I writing this down? This is not an app for writing down. This is an app called PureRef. It's meant for gathering visual references, and hence the huge amount of images here and the flexibility in terms of controlling these images. But I just wanted to keep everything in one place, so that's why we have this thing here. And the power system nonsense is on the Google Doc. Yeah, PureRef can have text. PureRef is pretty flexible. It can even draw in it. Like there's this draw option, you can draw in it. Oops. Pretty good stuff. This is a really good piece of software. I am very grateful that I released this for free. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the draw option here. Okay, here. What was I looking at? Looking at something. I was looking at the reference. I guess we don't really need the reference anymore. Why do you even put the reference actually? Here. If by the end of this year we can clear a lot of these questions that we have and come out with a few illustrations that can maintain the mood and the vibe, maintain a consistency in style and quality, that would be a success. That would be the definition of success for this year. And then beyond this year, it would just be spamming. We just have to go through a lot. Do a lot more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is kind of it for this particular sketch. We just need to clean it up, but I don't feel like doing it right now. I'm gonna do some of the other ones perhaps. I got like a butt here that I want to clean up. Yeah, it's like a prone back angle here. There's a lot of foreshortening, and I've been trying to tie down the sort of proportion that her body is supposed to have. I like more slender forms rather than thicker forms, but it's a lot easier to find thicker references than slender ones. So it's kind of difficult here. I think this would just be here, right? And then this should curve in a bit faster. The knee would be somewhere here. This would be the back of the knee here. Then the calves come out, I think. Yeah. I think foreshortening angles are interesting because it's very hard to imagine. It's very hard to get started. But at the same time, because you just generally make everything bigger towards the camera here, you also don't have to worry too much, I feel like. As long as there's relatively accurate lines, it's fine. Because most people are not really accustomed to seeing. I feel like it's a lot harder for people to spot mistakes and therefore for the thing to look weird. But rendering, I guess, would be a different issue actually. Never mind. You still need to know if we're rendering. Right, I don't know what this part is. The knee would be there. I don't know the anatomy, so there's no way for me to work this out. So I'm just gonna have to guess. Yeah, this is so thick. It means you have to full commit for the angle. Then it will look a bit better. Ooh, and then this part here. But she's not that thick though. It wouldn't get this many fold. That means this spot here doesn't go here. It goes here. This curve should come back earlier, maybe. Maybe lower as well. It should be lower too. No, but the perspective is different. Wait, hang on. Does that mean that this needs to go up here then? If that's the case. That means I have lines coming over here. Never mind all that about foreshortening being easy. Thought it might have been, but I guess my original here wasn't quite accurate here. Should have just been coming out this way. I guess it makes sense, right? It has to be really wide. This is right by the camera. Wait, no, but that's not the original post. It's meant to come out this way. So what? Ooh, maybe like this with the calves coming out this way? Oh, perhaps even like this. Ooh. Okay, I have no idea. Good heavens, look at the time. Have to do some sussy stuff with the model real quick. Oh, let's get a new one actually. This would be a pretty good start. Last moment of the day. Yes, for studies, of course. But then again, what the next question would be, why are you studying this pose, this angle? Why is that? Why is that necessary? How very honest of you. Hang on, I'm trying to get the angle to be the camera angle. Sorry, field of view. Why is her butt so sharp over here? I don't feel like it should be this sharp, but it's a limitation of the model, perhaps. What? Oh, it's over here. And then watch as the viewer count goes up, just for this part. So it depends on if this is up, I guess. I can get some convenient censorship like this, but then again, I could just use the tail. Thumbnail material. I should use this for thumbnail. Yeah, the thing about all the thumbnails, unless I'm working on the same illustration, every time it's just a clickbait because I'm never going back to that thing that I've already drawn. So it's always a clickbait. Guaranteed. Yeah, let's do a quick quiz check. Why are you asking questions here, Dubé? Legit questions. Have you ever tried drawing over 3D? Legit. Very legit question. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, good curves. Get some good curves in here. But I guess with this angle, the way the caps work, it would push it away. Actually, just to double check, are the legs balanced here? Even? Just planking. Oh my god, this model is just planking. Damn, look at that. Planking into the ground. Okay. Oh, this is balanced. So it is possible to look like this. Because I thought maybe one leg was too low. I guess my lines are still... Wait. Oh wait, mine is going that way a lot. Doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter. It is still kind of different. Oops. Viewer count going up. Viewer count going up. Let's go. I just need a stream that we just draw butts. Only butts. Doesn't feel like it's balanced, right? But the perspective is just... Because this part is off stream, but... Oh, then again, mine is a lot longer. How about if I just focus on the ties? I just want the ties. Right, my angle is slightly different too. Let me turn this. A bit more like this, I suppose. doesn't need. Yeah, angle's too hard, man. We need a volunteer. That's what we need. You can never be sure with the model, so we need a real volunteer here. I'm reverting because I want to keep a copy here. Because I don't really like the shape. I'm gonna ignore anatomy. Ignore. Oh, oops. Yeah, same layer. I'm just gonna do it like this. And assuming that the curve is about this. Oh, I guess it's not a problem. Actually, the one thing that's good about this, her scars, is that it marks a lot of the curvature of the body without us having to, because sometimes it's really hard to tell with the sketches, but because of the scars, we have to get the curvature. The curvature will be represented to some extent, which is nice. It also forces, you know, during the study, during the sketching phase, it forces me to think about it too. Because otherwise I can't draw it. Rip. Probably end after this. No, it wouldn't even look like this. You know what? Let's forget it. Let's not make it too difficult. One foreshortening here is enough. Just have her arm go around the front to the side here. the scaling correct? It's kind of big and kind of round. Maybe a little less round, maybe? Back view heads are so hard. This is still kind of big, isn't it, the ass? These crunchy lines. It's getting worse. This is why this like this whole process is very nice. We're just working on the same character, the same idea for so long. If anything is not looking good now, we just keep it. Months down the line, we might have the answer. We'll fix it then. Particular geometry. Yes, we do need a good reference. I'm gonna tone down the butt. Oh, actually, even adding this line might not be too annoying. Shouldn't be sealed completely though, right? But if it opens out, it should be the bottom, I think. And then the crotch will be over there. Yeah. And it's not like we need it to be that accurate anyways. I'm just gonna leave it as this. This one, the thing is, the head is kind of awkward. The angle is kind of awkward. Why is that though? Am I just getting... Oh shit, did I... Oh. Where's this one? Okay. Okay. And it. Maybe this is better. Alright, last song of the set coming up. I'll probably just end after that. Thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night. I'll carry on doing more of the same thing for the rest of the week, I think. More emotions, more poses, more cleanup. We're still aiming for like 10 pages worth of sketches, but I think it's kind of unlikely. Because even if we make 2 a day... Sorry, if we make 1 every 2 days, it's still gonna take... Wait, what? I want 10. Right, it's gonna take 20 days, right? So that's 20 streams. And that's the whole month. So, I don't know. Anyways, have a good night, guys. I'll leave you guys with this. Thanks for coming. Oh yeah, goodbye to all the Twitch people too. Good night to all the Twitch people. See you guys around.